I'm trying to call Wack and figure this out.
Yo,
Yo, Wack.
what up, bro?
Yo, I'm on a live stream right now. I got about 17,000 people on here. I wanted to like I got some paperwork on the screen. I'm actually sending you the paperwork afterwards too, because
Paperwork on who? The paperwork on.
so it's the paperwork on the guy who got arrested for killing Takeoff. They say this
Oh, yeah,
patch.
they covered my room today. Yeah.
Okay, so in the paperwork, they're saying the prosecutors say they recommend $1 million in bail, right? Now they
That's light.
okay, but here's the thing: they have stipulations. So they have another document that says the stipulations, and they said if he does post the $1 million, these are the stipulations they want the judge to put in. Number one, the Patrick Clark nigga can't communicate with nobody that's close to Takeoff or who is in his household, which that's normal. You know, obviously he's a victim, right?
Yeah.
The second thing they say is Patrick Williams cannot communicate with Jay Prince Jr. or anybody of his household, which is a little weird.
Person of interest.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's either a person of interest or a witness.
Well, they're a person of interest. If you heard the detective today, he said either you gonna talk to us your way or we're gonna put you on the stand. So,
Yeah, he did say a grand jury subpoena. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're PO and person of interest. So they're letting it be known that you can't talk to these people. So that's a POI. That's what that is.
And surprisingly, I think this dude's a boxer, Shakur Stevenson.
What the fuck he got to do with anything?
I don't know. Those are only two names. It says Takeoff.
Real, bro. You see what they did with the Cam dude, right? Picked him up and let the feds handle the gun case in L.A., right?
Yeah.
After they picked him up, they started serving his arrest warrants, right? It's called separation.
Well,
divide to get the information.
Well, look at it like this too.
I think by February it's gonna be 3 or 4 more prominent people arrested.
Yeah, it looked like it ain't. Yo, this nigga was about to go to Mexico. He got a he got
But academics, you gotta ask yourself, how did they know that? They in there, bro. They already.
No, of course.
Yeah, that's how they knew that, bro. Like, nigga, that's why they came when they came. How did they know? How did they know that somebody right internally is talking?
Something sounds weird about this. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, granted, this is a serious charge, but the nigga, as soon as it happened, immediately start thinking, "I'm going to Mexico." Nigga he applied for a emergency passport days after, got mad cash, booked the flight. Nigga, he like.
Wait, slow down. Is this nigga slow? He applied for a passport to do what? To go to Mexico?
An emergency passport. When you apply for emergency passport, you have to submit an
niggas is slow, bro. Let me tell you why they slow. On the Mexico side in California, from San Diego to TJ, they don't ask for no passport for entry. Dude was supposed to jump on the 10 freeway, hit the 8, and come in that way. That's why I call these niggas weird, bro. See, when you file for that emergency passport, you got to show them where you going. So they was already going to know where you at. They just go, same thing with this young lady with this other murder in Mexico. Nigga, he was supposed to get on the freeway coming to Cali and drop in and come through TJ. You in Mexico. The fuck are you doing? If you go to Mexico from the California side, they're not asking for no passport or nothing. They're going to ask for a regular ID. Facts.
Yo, okay. So hear what I'm saying though, and yo, there was at least 3 niggas firing a gun. There's 3 niggas firing a gun. Why are you running days after? Why don't you, like, if you got some money to even think about running, why don't you say?
3 niggas firing a gun. God damn.
There's 3 niggas firing. Like, why don't you say? Right now, my name not even getting brought up in the media. Let me get a lawyer. Let me lay low. But if you look like you about to run, you gotta imagine they're in everybody's cell phone.
Let me ask you something, Matt. If you look up, they said black Chevy Tahoe did a hit and run on a red Corvette, right? And you know you had a drunken night. You wake up in the morning and see it. You're going to say, God damn, nigga, I got a black Chevy Tahoe. I was in it last night. I was drunk as fuck. And you go look at your motherfucking Tahoe in the garage. You got red paint on it. You going to go paint it? You going to send it to the body shop to get fixed?
Okay. All right.
You know, only, you know, an individual knows what's them and what ain't. So, you know, a lot of these motherfuckers, man, they overreact, show they head, man. You know, I don't know. The shit kind of crazy. They say this dude a DJ. Am I tripping?
Yeah, he's a big DJ out there. Big DJ. DJ Pat. That's his name. DJ Pat.
Oh, so that's what they saying. They say he ain't that kind of dude.
You pull like this, but he was investigated.
Putting it on him, like what?
Yo, here's the thing though. The only thing, like, he don't seem like the guy. But in 2018, he was investigated for shooting up another club. They didn't have the evidence on him, so they closed it. But I don't know how they move in Texas. You like if you were investigated for the shit, it still shows up that they closed it, but they didn't really go all the way with the charges.
Oh yeah, that's different.
So the only thing that's funny on this thing.
Well, who is he? Is he tied to anybody? I'm like, it just ain't making sense. Or was it just some crossfire shit? I don't know. I mean, did he turn in a gun and they like say this is the murder weapon? There's 3 people shooting. I don't know. Like, how many times they say nephew got hit and by how many different guns? Did they say that?
Okay, in the paperwork, I'm gonna send you all this paperwork to your phone. Yeah, they actually say that, and I'm guessing maybe they did forensics or some shit. But you gotta remember there were other people shot. They said this guy is responsible for shooting Takeoff twice. They said in the back, which shows that he was behind Takeoff, and in the head.
I remember you said some crazy shit like that when you was doing your shit.
Now keep in mind though, there's a woman who got shot in the head too, but she survived, and another nigga who was.
Girl got shot in the head at the thing.
Yeah, nigga, she was on life support, or not life support. She was in critical condition.
Damn.
That's why I know there are more charges coming out.
Yeah, well, them is charges too. If they can match that, that's attempted murder.
I mean, they're doing the forensic shit. I don't know if you heard a nigga. He said we had to restage the shooting scene to figure out who was firing where and whose bullet did what damage. And even if this is a guy who shot Takeoff and killed him, the other people who got shot, they done put so much money into this case, they're going to charge everybody else, even if they didn't shoot Takeoff. Anybody who got shot.
The shit you had was iPhone footage. Ain't no way was no hardwired cameras in that motherfucker, bro.
Of course.
I think they was able to stage what was what. They had to do that off the hardwired camera, bro.
Hey, if you ask me, there's going to be some more arrests. The only thing that it just looked weird to me, they're trying to bar this guy from talking to Jay Prince and Shakur Stevenson. And I can't tell if they're looking at them as victims because they have Takeoff name right in that same list. Takeoff's clearly a victim. I don't know if they're looking at these other dudes as victims or people of interest.
POI. People of interest. What you mean, victims how?
Man, I don't know, man.
Was they shot? Did they go?
I'm trying to make sense of this.
I think they POIs, man. You know, but one thing we do know that I could say from what I saw from your footage is that Jay Prince Jr., shit, he looked like he was in there like everybody else. Quite naturally, it was his party, so he gonna definitely be a POI. And the fact that he may know somebody don't mean shit because they pretty much know every motherfucking body.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what's so funny? I don't know if you saw this or you caught this. When they arrested that little Cam nigga, his lawyers said when they asked him, they said, "Does Lil Cam know who shot Takeoff?" And instead of the lawyers saying, "Listen, we don't know nothing about nothing," The lawyer said, "Well, we're gonna talk to the DA, and that might be something we could talk about." And
Bro, didn't you just hear me say you look in the order of arrest?
and as soon as that happened, they caught this nigga hook, line, and sinker.
Well, somebody had to give him the information that he was trying to, go somewhere. So, hey, bro, look, man, a lot of these niggas is gangster till it's time to be gangster. You know what I mean? A lot of these cats that get up out of that light, man, and shit, they see the light.
Yo, hold on. Yo, why? Keep it 100. Do you think the Mexico move was a bad move? Maybe you should have won to Canada.
No, he wasn't getting in Canada. You got a better chance of going to Mexico. You ain't getting in. I mean, unless you got a clean record. It's hard to get in Canada. I think it was a bad move for him to try to file for emergency passport again.
Is it possible for a nigga to really go on a run though? Like some shit happen and you just get out of Dodge?
With these days with social media, it's hard as fuck, bro. But listen, yesterday I was in hillbilly land. No lie. I was on Clubhouse. I pulled up to the gas station. Motherfucking hillbilly white boy said, "I know you. You Wack100."
Oh
Swear
shit.
to God. Now imagine they got a fucking $500,000 reward for Wack100, wanted for this, that, nothing. Bro, this shit is different these days, bro. There's no running like that unless you could do what Russell Simmons do and have dual citizenship in Bali and get low.
Yo,
They
I,
ain't that.
I read this nigga's tweets since the day. The first day after the shit, he tweeted, he said, "Man, God protected me." He had two tweets about God right after it happened. After that, he been just tweeting about his regular parties. He been like, "Yo, I'm getting some new bitches." Like he didn't look like he was keeping it moving. I don't know if maybe he ain't think the cops was on to him. I'm gonna keep it on it.
Wait, well, hold on, no. Um, maybe the nigga had some bookings for motherfucking Mexico. Matter of fact, he is a DJ. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
They said they caught him with hella cash.
huh?
They caught him with hella cash. So he got an emergency passport, he got a flight, and he got mad cash. Like, come on now, mad U.S. cash. Like, come on now. You know. Number one, if you traveling across the border with over 10,000, you gotta declare it.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't gonna clear customs anyway. Fucking with a plane,
Yeah.
they gonna catch ass. They don't play that shit.
The first two tweets he sent out after that day, because it happened on the first, right? He got on Twitter the next day. He said, "God got me. He been had me." And then the second tweet he sent after that, he said, "God don't make mistakes."
Yeah, yo, man. Yo,
Wack, I
man.
go like, look like he was trying to get out of here though. You can't blame him.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. Maybe he was going on vacation, man.
Hey, hold on, yo, hold on. I love you. One of them. You one of them niggas who every time I be listening to you on Clubhouse, I'm like, yo, niggas can't ever pin you down. Pause. Like in a way of they'd be like, oh, they got you. Like you know what I mean. You always got a really airtight argument. So let me ask you, if this was one of if this one of your artists, you know what I mean? Let's make him a random artist. Some random artist. This is a random artist you signed. You fuck with him. But some shit that happened like this and he call you and he say, yo, Wack, what should I do? What the fuck would you tell him?
What you mean? You talking about the DJ dude?
Yeah, the DJ. Just imagine that's your artist.
Well, I mean, that's based upon what he tells me.
He
You know
tell
what
you,
I'm
he
saying?
say, yo, he think he might have shot a nigga. He might have shot a nigga.
If he did, we gonna turn you up.
Oh, just a straight attorney.
I'm gonna turn you up, and we're gonna hire private investigators to go figure out everything they might not know. I'm immediately gonna be moving towards a defense. That's it, because you have to deal with it, bro. Rather spend the trying to run and exhausting your funds running, let's spend the money building a defense for you and get ahead of them. Because what happens is by the time they get a police report and a warrant for his arrest, then they got to provide us, right, the police report to justify the arrest. At that time, we already got our details and facts on what's real, so we can read that shit and know how strong it is and how weak it is. My client would have been out $1 million bond. He out 2 hours, no problem.
Yeah, Wack. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You devious with the bonds. You devious with the bonds. You devious with the bonds.
You didn't watch me 8 times go get mine.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to touch another person. That recent shit that happened, I'm like, yo, that nigga Wack just going there for visitation, man. Ain't nobody getting out.